Ink-a-dink, 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 ink-a-dink. Wow!
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no. Oh. Good evening. Welcome to Basil BuddhaCat Presents. I'm David Stevenson, and Basil, before the show, is making a note of my T-shirt, Dean Precinct Captain, January 19, 2004, and on the back it says, "Starts here, it starts now," and Basil was a big fan, and is a big fan of Howard Dean, and likewise, like myself, and both of us being devout Christians religiously and Buddhists philosophically, we're still we like that other guy from Vermont too. But that's for another day, because we got a show lined up, a series of shows lined up that you're going to find pretty interesting. You better. We need to get more corporate sponsors. We need to get some ratings. We need to get some. Basil said. Said, we got a new corporate sponsor, by the way, and it's local. Okay. I mean, it's not BM Baked Beans. I mean, we were doing okay with. Basil said. Said, look, dork, they ditched us. Something about we're mispronouncing the name. BM Baked Beans. Okay. Apparently, that's a thing of the past now, so get over it. We'll try to get them back. We'll try to get Heineken back, this giant Heineken bottle that's our other friend on stage, little Jeffrey Peterson, uses as a prop, I don't know, not a protection device, but a camouflage device, obviously. So, who's our new corporate sponsor? Oh, okay. Basil said, People's Bank United. Said, they're going to give us a shot. They're going to give us a try. They're going to give us a try and see how we do. And if we do okay, then we'll get a regular corporate sponsorship from them, and that'll be a good thing. But it's well, we used to know them as People's Bank here in Connecticut, and they're also referred to as in the bar crowd. With the bar crowd, they're known as Pub People's United Bank, but People's United Bank. Know-how. Yeah, that's their new slogan. Know-how. Mm-hmm. Basil said. Said, who the hell came up with that as a slogan? Know-how. You can take that a number of different ways. I mean, there's, it's kind of like, Basil said, it's going on, he's adding, he says it's kind of like when Chevrolet tried to market a car named the Nova in Spanish-speaking countries. And Nova, of course, has one meaning. It's, like a Nova... exploding sun. I have to get our friend Bill Nye the Science Guy in, or or Neil deGrasse Tyson to refresh us on what a nova actually is. But a nova is like an exploding star. I think it's a newborn star. That's why it means new. But they take it down to Spanish-speaking countries in Central America, South America, Mexico, and tell them, hey, it's a Chevy Nova. And they laugh. Because Nova in Espanol means it doesn't run. It doesn't work. So that created a bit of a problem with trying to sell a car that doesn't run or doesn't work to a fairly substantial portion of the world's population whose principal language is one of the Spanish languages, the different variations of Spanish. So what's the gig here? Okay. I know he's getting ready to say something snarky because he moved his microphone from his right ear to his left ear. The paper crinkled up a little bit more. His tie's a little bit askew. His underlayment peacock feather is moved a bit out of the way. His iridescent peacock feather is, well, I don't know, for a lot of reasons. I know it's going to say something snarky because that's basically his stock in trade. That's what Basil does. So, all right, he said, said, yep. So People's United Bank, or People's Bank as we used to know them. Okay. Their phrases, one of their new copyrighted phrases is know-how. What's wrong with that? Basil said, know-how. Says, I don't like it, know-how. We better take it up with them, and in the meanwhile, we better plug their bank, because otherwise, there's going to be no cha-ching for us. Never mind, know-how. There'll be no cha-ching. We'll be back looking for Heineken. We'll be back looking for. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, and it's on the wow. Lil, hey Lil. Basil, Lil's got a friend with her. Friend's name is Jon Stewart, she said, and well, we can't cross-reference a number. Tweety can't cross-reference a number because it's Lil's number, and on the hotline and the Cat in the Hat phone. But let me bring that a little closer so you can see the Cat in the Hat a little bit better. Okay, so you got Jon Stewart with you? Well, we've got Stephen T. Colbert and yeah, Stephen's up there. Bill Murray's up there, and Drew Carey's up there. And Drew Carey, of course, we refer to as LFFF, and again, even on Friday night, we can't. Even on our bawdiest of moments, we can't ever tell people what that acronym LFFF stands for. But people keep asking. Matter of fact, Drew Carey keeps asking. He keeps saying, "Hey, what do you mean by LFFF? What's that all about?" Says it might be long five-fingered friend. You steal things? Said no, but that's what LFFF could be. Could be lugubrious, fancy, fickle finagler. Could that be it? Shaking his head, no. Murray says, Murray's got something to add in. Bill, you never say anything on the show, so what's this all about? He's holding up a sign that says, "You never ever seem to use my famous moment from Ghostbusters anymore." I mean, you talk a lot about The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, which of course is one of our favorite movies. And it's a great movie about a Jacques Cousteau-like character, and with Bill Murray's on-screen shallow characteristics attached to him. But yeah, okay, hold on. We'll do this for you. And of course, in Ghostbusters, that's where he says to his girlfriend to be Sigourney Weaver. He says, "They hate it when I do this." Are you happy? Okay. He's nodding his head. Okay. Now, Stephen Colbert, he's got a puzzled look on his face because we've got, still there? Yeah, we've got Jon Stewart and Lilith, tail included free of charge, on Lilith's hotline. Now, Stewart's not in the hereafter like Lilith, but so somehow they connected. Somehow. And Lil, you want to let us talk to? Can we talk to Jon Stewart? She said no. Actually, Stewart's speaking to her in sheep, and she's translating. Oh, okay. You're talking about the sheep. You know, like he's got a farm in New Jersey now, and that's part of what he does now with his time after walking away from the Daily Show to take a little break after 20 years. I think he had the show on, and now it's in the fairly able hands of Trevor Noah. We think he's getting better, John. We think he's getting better at he's understanding American politics a little bit better, coming from the Republic of South Africa. He's interesting in that he sort of fits well into the anti Donald Trump moment that we're living in, where he's got a lot of things about him that put some targets on his back. He's not an American citizen. He's the child of a mixed family. His mom is, well, one of his parents is black and the other one's white, and that was a big deal in South Africa because when he was born, and prior to that and after that, his parents, it was at that point in time, it was illegal for blacks and whites to intermingle, let alone marry, let alone have a child. That was a big deal. So that put the whole family, including Trevor Noah, in a very precarious position in the Republic of South Africa back in the day. And now, of course, it's all changed, and it's a more open society, and you don't have to worry about a black person speaking to a white person or a white person speaking to a black person. It's okay now. But so Trevor took over for Jon Stewart, and he's doing a pretty good job. He seems to be adapting as time goes on. But so hey, John. So Lil says you're communicating with her in sheep. Now, of course, Lilith has to translate for him because he's speaking in sheep. Okay, Lil says, yeah, he's speaking in sheep, and that's one of the species of animals that he has on his farm in New Jersey. But so what do we owe the pleasure? Okay, he's talking to her, she'll talk to us. Lil says, well, there's this idea that's floating around. And when I say floating around, I mean that I, David Stevenson and Basil BuddhaCat, have proposed this idea because we think it's a great idea. Because while Jon Stewart had the Daily Show, he had Bill O'Reilly as guest, let's say 5 or 6 times. It was a number of times. And you had the passive-aggressive Jon Stewart and the active-aggressive Bill O'Reilly conversing. And O'Reilly, on his own show, generally shouts people down and doesn't listen to what anything that anybody had to say. But he and Jon Stewart, when they got together, had some very reasonable, very decent dialogues where they showed a lot of respect for each other, listened to what each other had to say, disagreed, and our pitch, and never mind the commercials. We think if we could put together a show, Basil and I, if we could put together a show that features on a daily basis or weekly basis or a regular basis Bill O'Reilly and Jon Stewart getting together and conversing, I mean, who wouldn't watch that? Everybody pretty much either loves Bill O'Reilly or loves Jon Stewart. And it goes without saying that people that love Jon Stewart pretty much hate Bill O'Reilly. People that love Bill O'Reilly pretty much hate Jon Stewart. But they, together, sitting down and talking, kind of bridge that gap and allow both sets of viewers the opportunity to listen to their guy speak, and in the process, you kind of have to put up with hearing the other guy speak. And what's wrong with that? I mean, that's a great idea. If you got all of O'Reilly's acolytes watching the show, just hear him, and all of Stewart's acolytes, and he's got plenty of them that love him listening to the show. You've got an incredibly large audience. You've got an amazing audience that would both sides would be forced to listen to a conversation where both Jon Stewart and Bill O'Reilly were being, well, Jon Stewart's always this way. He's always reasonable and respectful. But O'Reilly clearly is not. And so we get, okay, Lil's getting ready to translate. And, okay. Said that Jon Stewart said to her, do like Basil says, just shut the heck up and do your own show and let us work our own details out of our show. Okay, we'll just get with it, but it's just an idea. It's just an idea we're pitching to both you and Bill O'Reilly. Okay? Alrighty. Okay, we're going to keep the phone on the open position because Lil always likes it that way. She likes to listen to another show, even though she's and she's always here anyway, in spirit. The Calico Cat comeback is the Calico Stone, and that's, you have to look at our Easter episode to get a sense of that. Although we mentioned her on many an occasion, that transition where the Calico Cat died and 3 days later came back as the Calico Stone, and that stone is around here somewhere. And we knew it was Lil. We know the stone's Lil because, like the Calico Cat, it's calico. The stone is striated with a little bit of black, a little bit of white, a little bit of gray, a little bit of brown. And it weighs about as much as Lil did. A little more compact, but it weighed about the same amount. So, okay. Not the Nickelodeon phone, not the Cat in the Hat phone, not the Yankee Dinky phone. I don't see the microwave. Oh, it's not the red pen phone that the CIA uses to spy on us. It's not. Wait a second. Hold on. No, it's not the speck of dust phone. Okay, I gotta be careful because if I breathe too hard, the speck of dust phone will be in the kitchen. Okay, it's not the. Hold on. No, it's not the micro speck of dust phone either. Wow, we're running out of potential phones. Hold on. Here's something really loud coming from over here. Okay. Oh, you didn't tell me you got a new phone. Basil has a new phone for the show. How would you describe it? Said, I'm going to call that one the angry speck of dust phone, and it's perfect for a guy like Bill O'Reilly to call in on, because it automatically adjusts the volume. Says we're working out the kinks on that, but it attempts to tone down the extreme loudness that you get from certain callers in, like Bill O'Reilly. So okay, yeah, it is Bill O'Reilly. Okay, so we got Stewart on the Cat in the Hat phone, who's apparently visiting with Lil, and we've got got O'Reilly on the what do you call it again? Basil said, listen, dork, listen the first time I tell you. It's the angry speck of dust microphone, or something like that. Okay. So we got Bill O'Reilly on the angry speck of dust phone, and we've got Jon Stewart on the Cat in the Hat phone. And okay. Basil left me some notes here, but first, People's United Bank. Know-how. How'd I do? Okay. Let's see how that goes over. So dialogues. Okay, so I've got both of you on the phone. Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Well, first of all, Basil's got. He says he's never mind what they've got that they want to talk about. Basil's got one all set up. Basil's got the first show all set up. The first dialogue between Bill O'Reilly and Jon Stewart. And weren't we supposed to ask viewers to choose some subjects and let us know what they want to hear Jon Stewart and Bill O'Reilly talk about? Basil said, that's all right, that's fine. Well, said, said, yeah, that's okay for later, but for the first one, they're going to have to put up with my idea. Okay. Because I know what the viewers really want. So, okay. I'm going to put the baked beans can up here and let the viewers get a gander at that. I don't want to block their view of you. But I'm going to get up for a second and I'm going to walk over here and take a moment off. Okay. Yeah, I had to go to my litter pan. Sorry. Okay. Well, you didn't converse with the audience while I was gone? Closed both his eyes a little bit more than he normally does. I see that his underlayment peacock feather shifted place a little bit. Said, said, yeah, I did a telepathic BM baked beans commercial while you were gone. Okay. So Basil's idea, the one he's chosen for the first show is, here's the thing. Here's the situation. And remember, he wants viewers, at least I want viewers, he wants viewers to let us know. You can email him at, what's your email address? Oh, Basil BuddhaCat at gmail.com. We want you to email him, basilbuddhacat at gmail.com, and let him know what you want, what you, the viewer, actually want to hear Jon Stewart and Bill O'Reilly discuss. Give us some topics. Okay, but first one is Basil's, apparently. First one we got is, here's the premise. Okay, Jon Stewart's living on a farm in New Jersey. He has, amongst other animals on the farm, he's got sheep. Well, he's got pigs, he's got horses, he's got cows, he's got some other stuff. But the ones that we're going to choose for this discussion purpose, or what Basil's choosing to focus in on, are his sheep. Okay, so he's got a farm, and on that farm he's got some sheep. E-I-E-I-O. Okay. You want me to? Oh, okay. You want me to reach out to? What? They never on Romper Room. They never used full names. It was just the first names, so that every kid with that name would know that she was speaking directly to them. Basil said, "This time around, no." He said,
Yeah. Pearson, Schiller, Ackerman. Meow.
So this time around, we're gonna add in last names. Okay, he said, we're reaching out to a specific J. Michael Pearson, a specific Howard Schiller. Would Trump call him Schillery? Or would Trump's followers call Howard Schiller Schillery? Is that who the Schiller we're talking about? Yeah, okay. Basil's twitched a couple of whiskers on his face, and he said,
No. Meow. Yeah. No.
Said, no. So, and the third one is William A. Ackerman. Or is that Ackman? Okay. Basil said, because I think it's Ackman, but it might be Ackerman. So there's a reach out to you guys. Basil's got shows coming up on you. You watch. We're going to find out who these guys actually are. This J. Michael Pearson, this Howard Schiller, and this William A. Ackerman. Because you're going to get a little surprise reach out from what do you call it? What do you call it, Basil? The FU Romper Room Magic Mirror trademark. Established February 12th, 2017. He's just nodding. Okay, so there you go. Stewart's living on a farm in New Jersey, and among other animals, he has sheep. Okay, I can put it nearly down. Among other animals, he has sheep. Okay? Meanwhile, Bill O'Reilly has an apartment in New York City. It's a full floor in Trump Tower. Full floor. So it's a big apartment. And within that apartment, 4 of the bedrooms, 4 bedrooms? There's more than 4 bedrooms. There's at least 5 bedrooms in his apartment. Basil said, or 20, depending on how you count. Okay, and in those four bedrooms, plus the den, plus the library, all those rooms are occupied by sheep. So there's a connection. Jon Stewart, farm, sheep. Bill O'Reilly, apartment, Trump Tower, sheep in 4 bedrooms and den in the library. So what's the point? Basil said, said, well, at least in O'Reilly's case, it's a sexual deviant thing, but probably not Jon Stewart. Will's saying no, no. Hold on. Okay, we got O'Reilly on the angry speck of dust phone again, and he's saying, well, yeah, because some of those sheep have they're kind of a nice, lovely brown fur on them, hair. I don't know we call it fur or hair in a sheep, but whatever it is, says, oh, lovely brown, and he likes to call them hot chocolate, and then wink at them. We're not going, no, we're not, okay. Apparently, we're going to have to come back tomorrow and talk a little further about this first show. But in the meanwhile, folks in the audience and folks, you guys up there, Bill Murray, Stephen T. Colbert, and Drew Carey, LFFF, 3 Fs, yeah, can send us, contact Basil BuddhaCat at gmail.com, and suggest some topics for Bill O'Reilly and Jon Stewart to discuss. And I think it'll be pretty good. But in the meanwhile, we're just going to have to... Basil says his face is getting flushed, so we better sign off a little early on this one. But we'll get back to this. Sheep versus sheep discussion with O'Reilly and Stewart on Sunday morning. Been Basil BuddhaCat Presents. I'm David Stevenson. Basil BuddhaCat Presents! Exclamation point. Basil BuddhaCat host, David Stevenson. Basil's co-host, interpreter-in-chief Gopher. And that's Gopher, like, go for this, go for that. And we shall see you Sunday morning. You have a great Friday evening, and we'll see you Sunday morning. Bye.
They say they'd rob your grandma blind on Wall Street, fritter her away her Medicare on Wall Street. And Pharma Oil and their pet fox don't care if she lives in a box, so long as they wear platinum jocks on Wall Street, Meow.